For Tampa Bay Ray, Randy Arozarena, 27 home runs. He's got a chance to be a 30-30 man this year. Here's the rest of the Southwest batting order for Dan Wilson tonight. Cal Raleigh bats second. Julio Rodriguez has had an unbelievable second half. Josh Naylor will follow. Jorge Polanco's hit more than 20 this year. Eugenio Suarez has hit more than 40. Close to 50, in fact. He's got 47. Dominic Canzone, Victor Robles, and J.P. Crawford round out a very talented lineup for Dan Wilson. And the first pitch is in there for McCade Brown. So McCade making his 6th big league start. His last outing he faced Miami lasted 4 innings, 3 runs, 4 hits. He's walked a lot of guys.
Yeah, that's
something he's got to get a harness on.
Yeah, that's the challenge for McCade. 13 walks in 17 2/3 and more walks than strikeouts.
0-2 curveball misses, 1-2.
And that's led to that number, the 20.3 pitches per inning this year. And here's a little bit of example of it too. You get ahead 0-2, and now you're back to 2-2.
Check swing, foul ball. And it seems to come and go. We've seen innings where it's pretty quick and efficient and dominant, and then the very next inning, it'll be 30 pitches.
Yeah.
Arozarena goes down. Good start.
Yeah, that was a good start because it was a high riding fastball.
Well, the crowd roars every time Cal Raleigh walks to the plate. That's not a shock. 58 home runs. He's driven in 121. I mean, he has a legitimate shot at hitting 60 home runs. And to do it from both sides of the plate. He has more home runs than a primary catcher's ever had in a season. The previous record was Salvador Perez with 48. So he's 10 more than that.
And you hear the MVP chants, too.
It's the coolest thing ever when you go to a stadium and you have a player that has a chance for an MVP, and you can hear the fans getting behind him. And it only happens in September.
In baseball, yeah. And here's something else. He has more home runs than any switch hitter's ever had. The great Mickey Mantle hit 54. He's at 58. He has the franchise record, single-season record for home runs. And remember, your old teammate, Ken Griffey Jr.
Yes. Could hit him at will, too.
Yep. He hit 56 in back-to-back seasons.
Oh, where does this rank in the American League all time? Of course, Judge a few years back had the 62, beating Roger Maris's 61 and 61.
Well, there's been a lot documented about the impact that Edgar Martinez has had for Cal Raleigh. He's shortened up his swing a little bit. He's using a tee. He has a tee drill.
I just think what makes it impressive for me, Spilly, is the switch hitter. Because it's hard enough sometimes just getting one side right.
Another 0-2, and he got him on the foot. So a one-out hit batter, Raleigh to first, and that'll bring up Julio Rodriguez.
Yeah, they wanted to bury that curveball, and instead it's right on the top of the right foot off of Cal Raleigh.
And that's the lead foot. That's a significant miss.
Yes. Yeah, because it looked like they wanted to try to bury it right onto the backside of the plate. Shows you how big Cal Raleigh is when he's standing next to Blaine. I know Blaine's not as tall as him, but just the size.
Yeah, he's a big dude. Julio Rodriguez steps up. How many years have we been talking about Julio Rodriguez, fellas?
4.
He's 24. It seems like he should be 34. Seems like we've been talking about him a lot longer than 4 years.
Well,
2-0.
talk about Julio because he was announced at the All-Star game, and his numbers probably didn't warrant it. And he chose not to go to the All-Star game, and kind of had like a mental reset. And his second half has been insane.
His second half has been as good as anybody's in baseball, and that's not hyperbole.
139 total bases since the All-Star break.
Only Shohei has more. And that's a walk. And, I don't know if that hit batter rattled McCade Brown, because he had worked ahead 0-2, and Raleigh had fouled off a couple of pitches, and now after the hit batter, a 4-pitch walk, 2 on. Here's the Rockies defense. And it's presented by York Space Systems. Beck, Doyle, and Moniak in the outfield. Tovar and Ritter up the middle. Karros on one corner. Blaine Krim on the other, with Hunter doing the catching. So now you got a little problem. You have 2 on, and you have Josh Naylor at the plate.
Naylor, one of those acquisitions that Jerry DiPoto orchestrated around the trade deadline.
You guys said you were chatting with him. I had a chance to connect with DiPoto too. He said Naylor was the missing ingredient.
This guy's, I don't want to say, sneaky good player, but Spilly, he does a lot of things. I mean, he hits the home run on occasion. He's a really tough out. He's always above 800 in the OPS. And I know sometimes you may look at the body. He's a great athlete. He's got 28 stolen bases.
That missing ingredient, he's a heel. He's one of those players, if you're competing against him, you can't stand him.
So he could go to the WWE when the career's done?
Yes. And you have to have a heel on a good team.
He's got a hockey background. Maybe that's where it comes from.
And I don't mean that as a negative.
No, because he's a great dude. We've all talked to him. He's outstanding.
But he brings a much needed edge to a team that didn't have that type of personality on the team.
Here's the 0-2. And that should be a double play. There's 1 on to first, double play. That's exactly what McCade Brown needed. 2 on, 1 out. Josh Naylor at the plate. He gets him to roll into a double play.
Your up game on at MLBshop.com, the official online shop of your Rockies.
So the Rockies leading 1-0. McCade Brown will face Jorge Polanco, who's batting 5th in the lineup for Dan Wilson. He takes a strike. And this is a fascinating time of year and a crazy time of year. And you want to talk about a crazy division. The American League Central, fellas, is now tied up. Cleveland, they haven't lost since the Ford administration, so it seems. They won tonight against Tarek Skubal 5-2. And Detroit led that game. Skubal committed a very costly throwing error. And the Guardians won it 5-2. At one point, Spilly, what was the lead for Detroit midsummer?
15.5. And the Guardians were actually a game below 500 September 2nd.
That's a remarkable run that they're on, as Polanco fouls it off. And keep in mind this. Clase, their great closer, Ortiz, another one of their top relievers, they've been suspended for a while. Bieber was traded.
Well, there was rumors that Stephen Kwan was going to be traded. That didn't happen, but still, that can disrupt a locker room.
Yeah, it'll be the biggest collapse in Major League history.
Swung on and missed. McCade Brown blows away Jorge Polanco for his second strikeout.
Well, both strikeouts have been on electric fastballs. That was 96 miles an hour. The other one was 95.
And Brown gets a lead extension at 7'2" tonight. 7 feet 2 inches of extension.
Yeah, that's in the top 94th percentile in baseball.
Here's Suarez, and he gets beat by 97. It seems like his fastball is up a tick as well.
Well, stay on the gas then for a little bit.
No, he's doing that. He's listening to you. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Suarez, a former Mariner, he's down in Arizona. He was having a gorgeous first half, and Jerry Dipoto made a trade to get him back. And what he brings, fellas, is not just a guy who's going to mash home runs. He brings an energy. You were talking about Josh Naylor bringing an edge. Suarez brings an energy to that clubhouse also. 1-2.
Well, it was a guy that was, when he was traded to the Mariners, they were in Sacramento, and they waited to get him on the plane to come back to Seattle, and the plane erupted. It tells you what kind of player he is.
That's strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts now for McCade Brown. Billy, how large was that double play?
Huge, because it settled down Brown. We were talking about Brown making sure he dialed in his slider, because he would have big misses with his sweeping slider. We were pointing out, if he started to dial in the slider and throw it right at the righties, he'll get a lot of pitches in the strike zone and some freezes.
Here's the DH, Dominic Canzone. And former Ohio State Buckeye takes strike 1. He's just sitting on 97 now. This is, again, as hard as he's thrown.
Free and easy, too.
Two balls and a strike. Part of this great Mariner run here the last 2.5 weeks. They've won 8 straight at home. 3-1.
They have one of the best home records since the All-Star break.
They're 20-3 their last 23 ball games at T-Mobile Park. That's in there. So it's 3-2. 2 outs. The Rockies leading in the second, 1-0.
There's the numbers we were talking about. That 23-6.
What all
Not
those,
too shabby. That's a .793 win percentage.
And what do all those teams have in common?
Playoffs.
Swung on a miss. Brown strikes out the side in the second. What an impressive inning for McCade. 1-0 Colorado. Back in a moment. Beautiful, beautiful evening in Seattle. Rockies had a day off here yesterday. It was spectacular out.
I tried to eat my way through chowder. See how many different chowders I could eat.
There's a little lunch spot down near Pike Place Market. That's all they serve is different variations of chowder.
I think I tried them all.
Victor Robles takes a strike on the outside corner from McCade Brown. Brown struck out the side in the second. Polanco, Suarez, and Canzone. And a sweeper for a strike, 0-2.
Well, 4 strikeouts for McCade through the first couple innings. I mean, that's impressive. First time he's done that in his young career.
Oh, that's a gorgeous pitch. See you later. That's 4 straight strikeouts. And the confidence Ryan Spilborgh's that all of a sudden McCade Brown is pitching with.
Well, we
haven't seen this.
Now watch him strut off the mound. This is exactly where Hunter Goodman wants the pitch. He throws it right there. We heard about his command in the minor leagues. This was the best ball-to-strike ratio pitcher that the Rockies had. And as soon as he got the punch out, I hadn't seen him strut around ever.
J.P. Crawford at the plate. And he swings and misses at a well-placed fastball.
But you know what's setting all this up is the fastball. I mean, he's throwing it pretty much where he wants, but a lot of times up in the zone.
He went to that same location. Crawford did not offer at it. 1 ball, 1 strike. 4 straight strikeouts, 5 in all for McCade. He took something off. That was a changeup. You see the breakdown by percentage of pitch usage so far. Here's the 1-2. See you later. I mean, he is on some kind of run right now. And folks, he's punching out guys who have had, by and large, great years for Seattle. This is a big boy lineup.
Yeah, and a team, too, that it just never trailed in that series down in Houston that they just swept.
Randy Arozarena struck out his first time. Ball one.
They're just not catching up to that fastball.
Hey, well, you talked about the extension. So it's 97, but with that extra extension, it's playing up to close to 99 miles an hour.
And you're getting swings that feel like that. And here's a pop fly to center. Doyle makes the catch. 1-2-3 in the third. Quick and efficient and dominant so far for McCade Brown. It's time now for the UC Health Scouting Report. 60 home run seasons all time. Sammy Sosa 3 times, McGuire twice, the Babe at 27, Roger Maris in 61, Barry Bonds in 01, Aaron Judge 3 years ago, Cal Raleigh on the precipice of entering that rare group. Raleigh will lead it off. Julio Rodriguez, Josh Naylor. Raleigh was behind 0-2, and he was hit on the front foot on a misplaced curveball. 5 straight strikeouts till Arozarena flew out last time up, and this is popped up shallow center, and Ritter goes out and makes the catch. So that's a big first out for McCade Brown, who's retired 8 in a row.
I still think it goes back to that double play he got in the first inning to allow him to take that big breath and to go, okay, phew, got out of that one.
Here's Julio, and he misses. Yeah, I mean, he's a different guy. I mean, he's a completely different pitcher. It did calm him down clearly.
Yeah.
He becomes the first Rocky in 4 years to strike out 5 straight. Starter, I should say. Antonio Senzatella in August against the Cubs of 21.
Well, and the last rookie to do it, you got to go back to 2016 with John Gray. John did it 4 times that year.
And John had the stuff to do that. You know, those two are really pleased with what they've witnessed so far. Oh, and 2 on Rodriguez. And that's a great 0-2 pitch, Billy.
Just right off the edge, seeing if he can get Julio to chase. Julio will chase.
And he blew him away at 97. We keep saying it. Forgive us for being redundant, but this is by far the best fastball he's had.
But he's probably putting it more where he wants to tonight than he has combined all year long.
Look at the economy of pitches as well. 2 outs. Josh Naylor, who grounded into that double play. He checked his swing 1-0. There's been 11 swings and misses already for McCade. In all likelihood, he's going to get to start game 162 Sunday in San Francisco. But just watching him right now, and I know it's a short sample size, but McCade's only in his 6th big league game. It does allow you to dream a little bit looking forward with, you know, the kind of stuff that Chase Dolander has. You know, the command that we've seen from Tanner Gordon, who will go tomorrow. And then, you know, what we've witnessed a little bit at times with McCade Brown, and certainly this evening.
I think about a guy that had never pitched in AAA. It was straight from AA.
Yep. Great point. Here's Tanner on the left, Drew Romo on the right.
2 IU guys.
This is hooked into right, a base hit for Naylor. So that's the first hit of the night for Seattle. Remember, the other 2 base runners, a hit, batter, and a walk.
That pitch was up just a little too much with the off-speed pitch. No, excuse me, that was a fastball. It just kind of came back and had a little cut to it. When we were talking about the velocities, I went, Spilly, I looked. The sinker's up 1.5 miles an hour. Curveball up 2.5. Slider up 2.5. Changeup up 3.5. On average from what he's shown earlier in his previous 5 starts.
So he's feeling pretty good.
Yeah. Yes.
One strike on Polanco. Naylor will run. 28 stolen bases.
I said 17 with Seattle.
Way out in front, 0-2.
And Naylor's an opportunistic base threat. He just has a feel. He might go with 2 strikes.
A lot of times, I remember when he was with Arizona earlier, he would always get one of those running leads, those walking leads to take off.
Yeah, he's a really smart player. Polanco pops this one up. Ritter and Tovar, and it'll be Tovar. And the beat rolls on for McCade Brown. Allowed 1 hit. Rockies up 1-0 going to the 5th in Seattle. Orbit Cam is presented by York Space Systems. Well, earlier today, the Yankees won, so that impacts Seattle in that if they win tonight, and hopefully they do not, clearly, they will guarantee themselves a postseason berth. Here's Suarez, and Eugenio takes strike 1. McCade Brown hit a batter and walked a batter in the first inning. He got out of it on a Josh Naylor 6-3 double play. And since that time, he's looked like Bob Gibson. Every time you look up, it's 0-2. He struck out 7. Make it 8. See you later. I mean, how wicked was that curveball, boys?
I mean, he just threw it exactly where he wanted to. Now, Suarez just struck out twice. The first time was a slider. This is a good old-fashioned Uncle Charlie at 78.
I guarantee you some of those guys in that dugout, Hugh, you're saying, wait a second. In the scouting report, they said he had sketchy command.
Yeah. Well, not tonight. You mentioned it. His second to last start of the season for him. You know, possibly going on Sunday. We haven't heard yet, but he's lined up to go in San Francisco.
I mean, you're right. If you're a Mariners hitter today and you see McCade Brown 0-4, 9.17 ERA, you see the strikeout to walk ratio, you're not expecting this guy.
First 2-0 count I can remember since the first inning. 2-1 on Canzone.
I like it. It's just 67 pitches, too. 44 for strikes, 23 balls. He's 5 for 11 first pitch strikes. I mean, it's
3-2.
Excuse me, 11 for 16 first pitch strikes. Only 5 times he's not been ahead.
This ball to deep right, and Canzone just tied it up. He went down and got a 3-2 fastball, and it's his 11th of the year, and it's a 1-1 ball game. Their 231st home run, Ryan Spilborgs. That's third best in baseball.
Whenever you're watching a team that's on a run, you know, they can grab momentum right back with one swing of the bat. And Canzone, he got a pitch right in his nitro zone, down and in. And now he gets to carry the trident. That trident weighs about 50 pounds.
Did you pick it up?
Yeah. And then security tackled him.
They turned and stabbed you with it.
No more.
Only the Yankees and Dodgers more home runs. Robles behind 0-2. Actually, before Canzone hit, Hill had gotten up. Jaden's throwing in the Rockies bullpen. 0-2. 1-2. And if you're wondering, you know, 60 some odd pitches, why Jaden had gotten up, that's strike 3. That is strikeout number 9. It has to do, I think, fellas, with the up downs and the fact that McCade has never gone this deep really in a big league game. His longest outing was 2 starts ago. He went 4 1/3.
Well, probably already forward thinking that, hey, I don't want him to go third time through the lineup with this lineup. You know, so finish this one strong.
That pitch probably touched the inside corner. Not called the strike. Ball 1 on J.P. Crawford.
Well, you got a fully rested bullpen. You had the day off yesterday.
And I think there's something with such a young pitcher in terms of big league experience. Tell me if you guys concur. To leaving with real positive vibes. Not saying it's all going to come unraveled, that sort of thing, if he went out there for another inning.
No, and I also think, though, as a rookie, too, you expend so much more energy. You know, not only in what you're thinking, but how you're executing out there, because the game does happen at a more rapid pace.
And you know this conversation with it being 3-0 is about, do you let him face a Rosarena? And we're going to find out.
You have to. I'd let him.
I would, because you want to see him get through the 5 innings. And so it's not Warren Schaefer coming out. It's Darryl Scott.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I think this is growth moment. D. Scott's going to come out there, slow him down after the home run. You don't want that walk right after, and now settle him down and get one more batter.
And while he comes out, let's get a message from Jack in the Box.
My spicy chicken strips are back, now with hot honey, and starting at $5.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Darryl Scott doing his Mike Maddox impersonation with the hand on the shoulder of the 25-year-old.
What was pretty cool, too, was I think Hunter Goodman was also giving a lot of input there. You know, on how they want to attack Randy. So we talk about growth moments. I think the growth behind the plate for Hunter has been just as large.
And that's a breaking ball. It's at the bottom of the zone. Strike 1 on a Rosarena. Strikeout and a pop fly to center field for Randy. Pitch number 79 coming up. See the encouragement from Hunter Goodman. And that's in there as well.
He didn't like either one of those breaking pitches, talking about Rosarena. Now you
fastball.
You gas him with a high fastball?
Oh, go ahead. Throw one more slider.
Okay.
Just see what happens.
They went top rail fastball, and it just missed. 1-2.
Go back to the slider. Make sure you start it more at that front hip and work it down and away.
I like that throw over there. It's a 1-1 game. You don't want to fall asleep. J.P. Crawford doesn't run a ton, but he has the ability to get a bag. Let him know you haven't forgotten about him. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball, see ya. 10 strikeouts in 5 innings for McCade Brown. Well done.